Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker Patch 6.1 MSQ. In the last video, we went back to Old Charlene in order to find a forbidden tome, which we have found. And now we are going to... let's see what happens from there. We've given Y'shtola some water. We've got Varshan with us. We've got Nadana wanting to make a man-made Atomos. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Archon Y'shtola requested that I join you, but of her plan she offered scant details. I forgot to mention the Font of Maya attracts aggressive wildlife, and you should watch out for them when you go there next time. My apologies. I will take that into account when the Arcosadora Beast Tribes become available. Or the Beast Tribe quests, or the Tribal quests become available. Either way, when the Battlecraft dailies become available. The boy, Murad, was glad to hear of the news of the Foundation. It means a new life for him and his sister. Yay! Right, Y'shtola, Void Fury. Y'shtola is eager to depart for the Vault. Look who I came across. Estinians seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lands. Right then. Now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsia's boat again? Not this time. Once Y'shtola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akyali. Your Excellence is ever the gracious host. Shall we? You're making me fly to Akyali? Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So this is the 9th quest out of 10? Yeah, 10 quests in this MSQ patch. I wonder if it's going to be like that every time. Probably not. There's probably going to be more next time. Let's see. Where am I going? Oh, I'm not doing a dungeon again, am I? All this time I thought the tales of radz-at-han's horde were no more than drunken sailors' fancies. 'Tis likely not needed with Varshan along, but I held onto the map against the chance we might return to the ruins. You might want to give it back to him. Just saying. Or ask for a refund. Onto the boat, if you please. We can chat on the way there. You need not keep your weapons close at hand. The Guardians will not attack if I am present, so I pray you leave them be. Aye, aye. The ship is yours to command. Oh, thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. radz-at-han's legacy, to see the truth of a legend with mine own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Proceed to Weaver's Warding. I thought we cleared this place of constructs the last time we came through. 'Twould seem a few stragglers remained. Wait, what? You laid waste to them ere I could utter a single word. Oh my god. Poor Vritra. He really should have spoken. He really should have spoken with Estinian before we left. I shudder to think what we've cost them in terms of construct materials. Can't be as much as that map. I hope.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
Uh-huh.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
I imagine closely guarded secret.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
Yeah, I can imagine. Lambs of Dalmwood will be all over this place. Wait, is this the scene I saw in Lulu's videos?
What is it you're doing now?
Oh, I think it is. Oh, time for a good time.
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance.
Uh-huh.
Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater.
And the dragons have been in there for 5,000 years.
Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale? Are you
gonna stick one to something? Say nothing and look meaningfully at Astinian. Might as well go myself. Maybe send a familiar? Oh, all three of these are good. Especially these two. Might as well go myself. I mean, you know, I've been filled with light ether. What's the worst that could happen?
And how would you do that? The gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
Well, my bad then.
Justinian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead.
Whoa.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow.
Uh-huh.
Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
Okay.
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
I fear the fiend is one I have fought many times in previous dungeons. Or at least one previous dungeon in particular. One which I still need to go through for the damn card.
Rise and cloudbank form. From mountain spring and rainfall storm. From river flow and life be born. Water, water, froth and foam!
The VA had such a good time doing that.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh. I love that reaction.
Come now, that was adorable.
And the millennia-old dragon is just speechless. Yep, it's those assholes. The second boss of Matoya's Relict. The Nixie. Aw, don't be embarrassed. It was cute.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
You made familiars as a kid?
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
Couldn't you have edited it?
In any case, these two should serve as well.
Whoa.
This one will bear a warding scale.
Uh-oh. Wait, you're going to sacrifice one.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption.
Okay.
If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
Still dumbfounded, aren't you? Mood.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Aye, aye. I have to. Froth and foam!
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Wait, so I could just go myself then? Which means my first option was legitimate.
Let us begin, shall we?
Alright.
Nixies, into the void.
One of you may die, but it is a sacrifice we are willing to make. I love that she's just waved them goodbye. Stand guard at the designated location. Sister, save me! I will never see Stola the same way again. Froth and foam, indeed! Yep. I struggle to picture Stola as a little girl. Easier to believe she sprang fully formed from one of Master Matoya's cauldrons. Okay. We need to wait for a time to ensure a meaningful result. Be patient and keep watch for any intruders. Every time I come here, it reminds me of that dark portal above the Crystal Tower, and the final lash of Ajdahar's tail as she plunged into the void. Ugh. PTSD. Yeah, that sucks, buddy. That sucks.
I think we've waited long enough.
Okay.
Nixies, return to my side.
Can they hear you? Oh shit. Well, one's fine. One's not. Oh, that poor thing.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Just like Sin Eaters. Quick, close it. Close that thing, damn it.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
We got them out. Seal it. Ugh.
They're coming through!
Kill it!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Uh-huh.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
I was going to say, which one's got the warding scale in them? Because this might be a surprise.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent.
Oh.
The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct, then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
So we have a limited amount of time there.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently.
So we're going to need to fine-tune it then, right?
We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
How do you explain the Void to this guy?
My apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void.
Ooh, they're playing World of Darkness music.
You remember Unakalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus.
Oh yeah, he's currently on the first, isn't he?
The champions of that ill-fated world used a stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether.
Yep.
By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness.
Time to become a warrior of light again.
It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Unakalhai's spirit from his final battlefield.
Unakalhai and Silver.
But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
Yes, Silver. I know one. I mean, both of these are technically correct. The barmaid at the Wandering Stairs. Ardbert's companion, the Elven Swordsman. Yeah, both of these are right.
Silver? The adventurer who travelled with the Warriors of Light? And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns?
Yes. I'm so glad I did all of the role quests and Shadowbringers. Yes, and they're currently trying to sort things out on their end.
So Cielo, or rather Silver, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Unakalhai.
Yes.
And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
Let's see, we saw a bunch of floating islands.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
Uh-huh.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Oh yeah, you saw that.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way.
Hey, aren't there like 4 or 5 other worlds left? Hang on, I need to do some math here. 13 shards, 7 rejoinings, 6. One's the first, one's a void. There's still another 4 left to look at. Alright.
But first I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos.
Yay! These will be done by patch 6.2.
Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
Something's on your mind, buddy. What is it?
We will see you back in the city then.
Speak your mind, kiddo. God damn it. Void Theory complete. One more quest to go. Dun dun. Seeing the Void's terrors firsthand was an experience, but I doubt fear of such creatures is at the roots of Vritra's hesitation. No, it's in case he has to fight and kill his sister. A Satrap's duty. Ishtola ponders the next stage of your preparations to enter the Void. Once the Dana succeeds in replicating the Mokatomos, this door into the 14th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in visiting the Void myself. Might we discuss this later? There is something I must do first. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think there is a problem. I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? Sid. An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void and its volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the ironworks may strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit the operation in Ralga's Reach, and commission the best and brightest. Biggs and Wedge. Is Nero going to come with us to the void? Again? Oh, that'd be funny. Hey, free teleport. Back to Stormblood areas. Alright, Ishtola. Perhaps this young man can locate Sid for us. Marishna, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid, certainly. I'll see if he has a free moment. Hi, Sid. I think it's time you got a new outfit. You've been rocking that since Heavensward. A pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us. Well, you see, we're planning to go into the Void, and we need your help protecting a talisman. Heading into the Void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after Meteon and that bloody mess. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation. It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface. Much as the Void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armour. Ooh. We'll construct a protective casing. One utilising metal alloys with high ferric conductivity, so as to not impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armour, as you said. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design, just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Give it a patch. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and a final result will doubtless be worth the wait. The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands, while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nadana is getting on with the Mokatamos. Alright, speak with Nadana. Fascinated by your commission, Sid agrees to fashion a protective case for the talisman, even promising to enlist the incorrigible Nero and his trove of data on the 13th. With one solution pending, Ishtola suggests a return to great work when Nadana has hopefully made progress on the construction of the Makatamos. Oh, Makatamos. There we go. Okie dokie. I wonder how many parts of this quest there are left. Let's probably talk to Nadana, and then probably talk to Estinian. Maybe. Let's see. Nadana. Oh, Varshan's here too. Hey, Stola. I hope Nadana has good news for us. The insatiable curiosity of alchemists has ever amazed me, though I've largely left them to their own devices since we opened the gate together. Alright, Nadana.
Ah, hey Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
They're in capable hands.
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records.
Oh?
What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos.
Okay.
I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
Are we lecturing a dragon?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm.
Aww.
It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence.
Oh, we gotta get the kid a sister
No
back.
matter how deep
His
the
sister back,
darkness,
even.
I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Oh, I think Estinian went around talking to people.
Sir Estinian told us of your predicament.
Knew it.
For centuries you have protected radz-at-han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Oh. Are you about to slap a kid?
You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all.
Aww. You're playing the
If you're
family card.
Family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
So are we taking the kid with us, or are we taking the dragon with us?
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy.
Is that a sister?
I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Wow. You pulled out all the stops for this. To protect them well, you must take heart. Will you wallow in uncertainty forever? Go with option 1.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you, and here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor radz-at-han. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
Wait, what would happen if...
I would not dare make you cry.
I mean, technically he's got one eye of Ritra, so if he gets totaled, then... would Ritra still be good? Split minds, god damn it. I imagine Ritra would be fine. He'd be without an eye. And again, he's already without an eye. God, it's confusing. Staying in. Convincing others to follow their hearts is not my forte. I would have gladly let our more philosophical comrades take the lead, had they been here. Cough, cough, alpha note. I will not squander this chance you have given me. I will find Ajdaya. What? Somebody needed to give the boy a good talking to. You don't suppose I'll be reprimanded, do you? I did just yell at the Satrap. We'll have the towers built before you know it. When a project like this comes along, we give it a full and undivided attention. Sleep? Bah, who needs it? You. Oh, that reminds me. I really should finish that other project I was working on for His Excellency. Other project? You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Ritra reach this conclusion. 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and had travellers believing the place racked by some unnatural storm. Wait, what? What of your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one of Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Ratatoska's death. I would not wish such a agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is chance we can spare Ritra that pain, then I will follow you. An unusual crew we have here. Any other scions we should call upon? Just the four of us? Any other former scions? Come on, we need Graha. I'd rather not bother our comrades with less than a dire threat to the star. We four should be sufficient for our purpose. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the Flood of Light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. This sounds like Eureka. It would be more convenient had we some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let's reconvene outside Megaduta. I don't suppose the other project is the Aquastora Beast Tribe. Maybe. Oh damn, this is turning. I'm done with MSQ. Wow. Well, okay then. Megaduta. There we go. The final turn in. Let's go! Accommodating official. Please, may you aid the satrap in his endeavor, even as he aids you in yours. I was put up in a guest room in the palace while I awaited my audience with Vitra. I expect we'll be given the use of something similar. Conducting our expedition out of the Rising Stones would raise just as many questions as recruiting too many scions. At least here in radz-at-han, we might be expected to appear road weary from our local explorations. And so we will require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available to our guests? All of the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make a room or two ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you've completed your arrangements. Ideally in patch 6.2. Oh god, I'll be back in the pandemonium by then. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduta in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Asdaya. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I can do. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take and what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nadana. If you've preparations to make every return into the 13th, now is the time. All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before I depart. Yeah, let's see you get to level 100. You know what this means to me. You know what this means to me, Marashna, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveller, an adventurer at heart. This I know. Aye, aye. Seriously, I feel like we should get the other scions. Direct, crit, direct. Da, 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 dun, dun. And that we're done. Any post-quest cutscenes? Meanwhile, in the 13th, there we go. Are we gonna see Golbez again and his 4 fiends? Are we gonna see Xenos' avatar? That's carrying a scythe. That has to be the avatar, right? Now, Self, bring up a picture of that avatar. Or not. That damn well looks like Xenos' avatar. Yeah, it's got the bloody hands on it. Does that thing have eyes?
And thus I am returned. To this world, bereft of saviors.
Let paths unwalked, adventures spur, pulses quicken, spirits stir. Newfound adventure. Alright, that's 6.1. That is the MSQ of 6.1. Damn. Our journey into the void promises to be neither short nor simple, yet I will persevere. I've kept my sister waiting for far, far too long. So he tells me you're not going to like what you see. Right now, I know where Stola is, but where would Westinian be? I don't know where the training grounds would be, if there is one. Or maybe he's at Hall the Radiant Host. Probably. Alright, let's check those 2 locations and then I will end this here. So that's... That's definitely food for thought, this next expansion. Is it going to be the Void? Is it going to be something else entirely? Bit of snow. I still have all of the side content in 6.1 to do. I need to start doing the bloody Alliance raid. I missed 4 weeks of loot. Alright, let's see. Hold the Radiant Host. Seen anything around here? No. Are you in this building? No. Are you around here? No. Are you in here? No. Okay, I don't know where Stinian is. You know, he could be in the place he was at the end of 6.0. I will take a look. So, he was in the pub. Let's see, is he back here? Nope, he is not here anymore. Huh. I will find him. It's just going to take a little bit. Alright, the great work to see Stola, and we're good. I think that'll be it for this video. Damn. I suppose while I'm finding Stola, I should probably do the outro now, shouldn't I? So, this has been DragonofEternity going through more Final Fantasy XIV. Endwalker, Patch 6.1, MSQ. There's Stola. Surely you hadn't expected me to sit around and sip tea while I let Nana do all the work. Don't forget to sleep. Fear not, the Makatomus will be ready soon enough, my fellow alchemists, and I can stay awake for days at a time if need be. Don't do that! So yeah, this has been DragonofEternity going through more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker Patch 6.1 MSQ. In this video, I watched a funny scene with Ishtola. We made progress on making travel to the 13th possible. What that means for the other shards, though, I have no idea. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what to say. We've got plans for the 13th, and there are other forces at work in the 13th, like Golbez and his fiends, and Xenos' avatar. So fun times ahead with that. Fun times ahead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Xenos is just perma-dead. We've just got the avatar to deal with, which could potentially be the 13th shard of him. Who knows. So yeah, next time, next video, I am finally going to be starting the Alliance raid. So, to Algaia. Lovely. Aw, I was hoping you could swim in this. Oh well. So yeah, I've got the Alliance raid to do, I've got the Role Quest epilogue to do, I've got the Arcasadora Beast Tribe. Whenever this content becomes available, I've got Hildebrand, I've got Emelians. I've got a lot of things still to do in patch 6.1. So yeah, with that planned out, viewers, with my rambling hopefully now finally done, until next time.